Well, I'll tell you one thing right now, Square Enix, Dragon Quest Builders 1 is probably one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. This is Dragon Quest Builders 2. I'm not going to pee around the bush with it, you can already see by the title that's what it is, and here we are. This game has a bit of a more emphasis on story, I would say. He's trying to hit it with a hammer and he just can't do it. It's like something out of a cartoon. Oh wait, maybe it is. Oh god! Well, they don't chop people's heads off in cartoons. What is this, freaking Game of Thrones all up in here? Yeah, so, yeah, this is a game. This is a game that you play underwater. It's also known as the game with the music. Huh. I bet you thought I was going to say that other game that for some reason I can't think of the title of right now. It's like Overdraft or something. Overdraft. Oh man, nice pants. Oh god, the freaking hammer animation. That's just one of those things that's like synonymous with this series in general, or especially with the Builder series. Just swinging a hammer like a toy robot or something. There he goes again. Do love this song. I didn't actually play, or I didn't show the intro to the first game because I was worried about copyright, but I think this time I'm going to let it go. And I probably, if I could change things, I would have let it play in the first one. It's just one of those songs that makes you feel so victorious and a little bit crazy, maybe. Well, here we go. Here they come. As always, battles are a thing in this game, and boy, are they ever. If you thought they were a big deal in the first game, I'll tell you. We're just getting started here. And whoosh! Freeze frame. Maybe not nearly as epic of a shot, but yeah, it's pretty good, though. And those guys are so huge, though. Anyway, yeah, so much like Stardew Valley and many others of this type of game, I mean, this is more of the same. I would actually say there's more farming in this game than there is in the first game. Continue? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start a new game, because we got to go to slot 3 here. How do I go down? I was going to say. Am I just not good at pressing down on D-pads lately? Because I got to tell you. Oh, male. Okay, well, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I want purple hair, the skin maybe slightly darker, and eyes will be dark green. And there you go. Oh, God, I got to enter a name. Right, okay. Wait, how many spaces do I have? Can I put CapriSun? No, I can't. Well, in that case, I'll just go with NCS. Don't spend too much time thinking about it. Are you happy with this character? Yes, I am, actually. You can now adjust the game settings once you're happy, blah, blah, blah. All these settings here. Oh, installed Persona 3 Reload something up there, I don't know. Yeah, minimap fixed, definitely. There's nothing worse than watching walkthrough videos where the map turns and they don't have north lock to the top. Let's see, binoculars, cursor speed. Well, we're not going to be using that for a while, so if I need to change that later, I will. Everything else is pretty much good, so yeah. Yep. So one thing you're going to have to get used to with this game is the loading screen is very long. There's not a lot of them, but when you do have to see one, you might as well get ready to go to the bathroom or something, because it'll probably still be on that when you get back. And even this one right here is almost done already. That was like maybe a fifth of how long the first loading screen was when you first boot up the game. So, venture forth, my children, and destroy all before you. Oh wait, are we like replaying that scene from the beginning here? Because like we already saw that, and I got the general idea. They were forcing people to bow down to their statues, and when they wouldn't do it, well, no, they were trying to force people to destroy their own goddess statue, and then when they wouldn't do it, they got their heads chopped off. Thus decreed the great and glorious High Priest Hargon, not to be confused with the High Priest Hardon, which is what I'm going to call him for the rest of this LP. I'm probably going to forget to by the time they mention him again. Anyways, Mighty Nalroth was defeated. Who the hell is that? I guess that was him. And the dragon behind him. Well, don't kill me or my son ever again. That's probably the last thing that went through his head. Okay, so one thing that this game does suffer from, I will admit, is what I've come to call Earthbound Syndrome. As in, the first half hour is probably my least favorite part of it. That's just my opinion. Make of it what you will. Lead us ever onwards as we build our darkness together. There's also a lot of text in this, and just like I did with the first game, I'll read some of it, but for the most part I'm probably going to skip through and just give you the TLDR. Because otherwise, this LP is going to be like 100 parts long, and that's the last thing I need right now. I'm also still kind of undecided whether I'm going to do this and Tears of the Kingdom alternating, or if I'm just going to do this 2 days a week with hour-long videos. I don't know. So that worked out pretty well for Phoenix Wright, but that also means it might be even longer than 6 months. Or, well, but not longer than 100 parts. Anyway, yes, I am one of them builders. And you got me all locked up because of whatever. Because of religion and stuff. You'd be surprised how close that is to the truth by the time you get into things here. Well, I'm locked in a jail cell, and there ain't crap I can do. Get a move on. Okay, here I go. Oh my god, I'm running, it's crazy, and oh my god. Can't unlock... Well, this is the worst prison I've ever seen, good lord. I think they probably told me in the text, though, like, oh, hey, you need to get up to the top because we got something to do, or something for you to do. Yeah, this guy's telling you about camera controls, and if you look over here, there's someone else in this cage over here. Oh, hello, I couldn't help it over here, you hobnobbing with that dreadful dreadnought. So you're an apprentice builder, are you? I was going to ask if you'd come up with a plan to get us off this ship, but you're far too much of an idiot for that. Anyway, I ain't got his name. Ugh. There's somebody else in there with her? I think there's a couple of people there. What about you? Builder, I have something to tell you. Press X when you want to examine something or have a conversation. Oh my god, oh no, oh god. Earthbound syndrome. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, that's not why. I guess it's not that bad, but most of this is basically just a tutorial to kind of teach you how to play the game, so it's going to give you a series of quests here. You just do what they say, and the rest is history. Piece of kelp. Well, that's food, so you can eat that if you want. Because, yeah, in the first game now, we had this thing where you had a hunger meter, but you were able to sort of bypass it by not completing a certain quest until later. Well, no, in this game, time starts passing right from the beginning here, so you're going to have to be watching that all the time. All the time. And I will be dead soon enough, but not just yet. Got to toy with me a little bit here. This is the ship, by the way. The ship. Is that the name of a game? There is a game called The Ship. I've never played it, but I imagine it's something like 999. And what am I doing here? I don't really know. Flag over there. So now we gotta go talk to all these guys. Yeah, we gotta go talk to people. That's just the kind of thing you want to do in a video game. I mean, I don't know, like, not to... Yeah, I can see the appeal of that to some extent. But when, like, in the first 15 minutes of a game, I feel... Well, that's the other thing, too, though. Well, I guess the other thing is, like, you could say, like, the first 15 minutes of a game, you don't want to do that, but you also have to establish some kind of story. The story here is basically all these monsters working for Hard-On. Yeah. Emperor Hard-On. Anyway. Middenhall, Cannock, Moonbrook, from forth these three kingdoms did come the hated heroes. The scions of Erdrick. Yet another kind of a reference to the first game, because Erdrick was kind of the man in the first game, even though you never met him. You just got to use his armor and his sword. So, you talk to the rest of the crew, eh? Obedient little blighter, aren't you? So now you know. Yep. Last survivors of the Children of Hard-On. Well, that is going to get old real fast, isn't it? Well, get used to it because they say the name a lot. And you'll grow to hate Hard-On more than you've ever hated anything in your life. That's probably not true. Listen up. Unless you want to spend more money, here's the deal. That's that storm messed up my ship. We want to break up all the driftwood. Okay. Well, unfortunately, they took away all our weapons, so we can't attack any way other than with our fist. But it's enough. It's enough to break the bones and turn them into wood for some reason. Unfortunately, the game is pretty merciful about telling you exactly where everything is that you need to do. It's very lenient in that way. There's not a lot of stuff where it'll give you a quest marker and then tell you to do something, but leave the quest marker by the person who gave you the quest and all that. So that is kind of a symptom, but at the same time, you know, like, where do you draw the line between holding hands too much or not holding hands enough? Well, that's a question we may never know. Just remember, you can get all sorts of useful materials and all that crap. So we now have 10 wood, yeah. What are we going to do with that? Not sure yet. You're an odd one. Since the moment I let you out of that cell, you've been scurrying about my deck and chatting with my crew. Well, you're the one that told me to talk to him, dude. Seriously? Oh my god. Stop swinging your sword in my face. You what? You always look like that when someone's got a job for you. Oh, well, that's a good thing, because we are going to be doing some jobs. We're going to be doing some odd jobs, some bakery jobs, some gas station jobs, some insurance claim jobs. Yeah, that's right. I did pocket all the wood I could find. You want it? Oh, we gotta use it to make torches. Okay. So this game has recipes, just like the first game did, but some of them are a little bit different. For example, in the first game, you didn't just pick up wood willy-nilly from trees. you picked up lumber and you had to turn it into wood. And in this game, they kind of relieve you of that step. You pick up the wood, you got the wood. You can just go straight to building whatever you want to build out of it, which in this case is 5 torches. And I'm not going to make any more, because I don't really need to, but I think I'm going to lose it anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter. And then we just set the torches down in the 5 specified locations, like so. That was not... Wait, can I... Let's... No, don't break the other one, just this one. Oh wow, torches are harder to break than bones are, who would have thought? Put that one there. It is very easy to misplace stuff in this game, though, so be a little careful, I guess. 3 of the other monsters on board have... Oh, shoot, that. You're not the one that gave me that quest, it was the other guy. You can also run with R1, I forgot to mention that. I think the game told us, and I just skipped over it. So we're doing bad already, hell yeah. Let's say your propensity to create is awesome, but your work is not over yet. Is it ever? That banner that's hanging up on the wall behind him, that's actually an item you can get later in the game to decorate your town. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Well, if it isn't the so-called builder. Sure, you can build, but can you fight? Yeah, that's what this guy wants to find out. Taking a swing at this kid. That's what he's gonna do, though. The skeleton attacks, here we go. Wait, which one? Oh, this one over here? I thought you wanted to fight me yourself, dude. So basically, I mean, you can just stand here and, you know, button mash. And yeah, it's basically over. Got that nice backpack on, too. I don't know what's in there. Well, you're a better boxer than you look. I'll give you that. That you're not as stupid as you look. Alright, be off with you. Go tell him what a weakling I am. Wait a minute, I fight like a what? A cow's... something. Now I kind of wish I had looked at that. To be honest, despite what I say about the text, there is actually quite a bit of funny stuff in the text in this game. A lot of puns, a lot of just Dragon Quest humor. If you know, you know. So every time you learn a new recipe, you pull that book out of your backpack to write it down. Or he does that, you don't do shit. You just stand there and stare at the screen with your thumb up your butt. Anyway, guess we need to make a cypress stick so we can have a real fight here. Well, in that case, I'll just run down here and do that then. Boop. Running is very nice. That was not in the first game either. So having it here makes it so much easier. You do have like a stamina meter though. I didn't see it there just now, but... Oh yeah, it is there. Okay. So, what do you think? What's that here? Cypress stick I can see? Well, the weapon's no good to you unless you equip it. Oh my god, RPG's 101, seriously. Equip that shit. Let's go. The boy genius returns, cypress stick in hand. Sure, yeah. Let's show them what we're made of. Oh man, that hurt. As I say, I am hitting you, am I? Yeah, there's kind of a rhythm to attacking in this game. You don't have to just button mash, even though sometimes I find myself doing that. You really shouldn't. It feels better to go with the rhythm of the game, so you actually feel like you have more control. And you also don't over-mash and end up doing one more attack than you intended to, leaving you open to the next attack from the enemy. It's all about the rhythm, you know? The sooner I learn how to deal with that, the sooner I'll be ready to play Dark Souls, because we know that's going to happen eventually. We know it is. Anyway, those 3 quests are done, now we gotta go. Oh, geez, don't fall over the hole in the floor here. My, you've been a busy little boy, haven't you? But one can hardly call oneself a builder without one's tools of the trade. Liar! The only thing you're carrying is that cypress stick. Well, I think we ought to do something about that. These guys are kind of nice, I don't know, like they were gonna capture me and kill me, but they're just giving me all these tools. And now they're giving us... Yay! Gloves! Pick stuff up and plonk it down. Yet another thing that wasn't in the first game. So I guess if nothing else, I can say that this tutorial definitely emphasizes how different this game is a little bit than the first game. You know, my brain told me to say a little bit there because I didn't want to go too far with the, oh yeah, this game's totally different than the first game. It's not. Like, for the most part, a lot of the gameplay is still the same. Walking around, moving the camera, stuff like that. Like, it's all pretty much the same. You use Y to set stuff down. I don't know if that was... Hang on a second. So say... Yeah, sometimes if you try to pick something up at like a diagonal angle, it doesn't work. So you have to be like right flush with it. Also, I haven't been running. You can actually run while carrying stuff too, so that's kind of nice. Should have pointed that out sooner. Either way, I'm not speedrunning here. But yeah, the pair of gloves, an indispensable tool. I probably don't use them as often as I should. Normally, if I want to move a block, I just destroy it, pick it up, and then put it down somewhere else. So there are things that the gloves can do, though, that regular old building, smashing, destroy, recreate can't do. But we'll get into that later. Nice to see a human working his fingers to the bone. I see what you did there. If I doubted it before, I'm certain now you actually like this sort of thing. You're a proper weirdo, you know that? Oh, God. Do you enjoy building things? Yes, I do. Well, of course you do. It's what gets you out of bed in the mornings. I can tell from the look on your fleshy face. You've got all the makings of a master crafter. And a masturbator. That's why they call him King Hard-On, after all. Wait, that's him, and this is you. I guess you both like masturbating. Why am I talking about this? Sorry to say it, kid, but I'm gonna have to sever that smiling skull. Yeah, okay, go for it. Do your worst. Oh, just tickling my ribs. Oh my God, stop that, seriously. After all, I wouldn't want to lose a willing worker like you. No, you certainly wouldn't, now would you? How do you like my purple hair, by the way, dude? I should have left it blonde so I look like Goku. I was streaming this one night and everybody kept calling me Goku. It took me forever to figure out they were talking about my avatar, my character. Oh no, not the rain. Well, you have to tell me later. It looks like there's another storm rolling in. Aha, well, we found the monster's only weakness. Sub-zero temperatures! Oh, here we go. Okay, sometimes... Oh boy. This is one thing that a lot of people really hate about this game. And this is it. And they're right to hate it. I hate it too. This text pops up. It's coming from somewhere. You don't know. This is your world to create and yours to destroy. I mean, this is basically like kind of like God talking to you a little bit. But you cannot advance these text boxes. You actually have to sit here and wait for as long as these are on the screen. So even if I read this starting now... Okay, never mind. I guess it went away. Boy, Claudius, what you gawking at? Didn't you hear me? I told you to get your fleshy rump below decks. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can see the little quest markers down below us now, too. So, since we haven't done it yet, might as well jump down the hole. Door, uh-oh. What the heck's going on? It's not looking good, I know that much. Oh, man. Oh, am I unconscious? Jeez, man. Something's going on in there. You alright there, builder? But I can't be stopping to help some human. I've got to help get to the hole. Oh, crap. Hard-on, preserve us. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh, I need to... Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Is there any hidden dialogue in this point in the game? Oh, what in the world is happening out there? Oh, we're doomed. Doomed, I say. What a way to go. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, the mother of all storm strikes. My luck runs dry just as I'm about to get soaked. Great. Yeah, well, I'll tell you. Might as well head on in here, then. Oh, hey, slime. Everybody loves slimes. Oh, you know, it's funny, I haven't mentioned this yet, but the day I'm recording this, I don't know how soon this is going to go up, but Toriyama actually passed away about I guess, like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And it's really sad, because he, like, contributed so much more than even I even realized. Like, I've always been a fan of these games in general, but I never really saw Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Z, or whatever else. Dragon Ball Super, I guess, is the latest one. But, yeah, that man did a lot for the video game community and for anime and a lot of stuff. And it's really, really too bad that we had to lose him so soon. He was only 68 when he passed away. So, yeah. But, you know, I've always kind of liked the art style of these games, and I never really properly, I guess... I mean, it's like I could have thanked him. Sure, I don't know if he would have ever seen it. Maybe, like, I would have had better odds than most people, probably, that he would have seen it, but... It's like you never realize what you have until it's gone, you know, and this is... You know, all thoughts about a Dragon Quest Builders 3 kind of goes out the window a little bit now, with him not being here anymore, but... I don't know, which is not to say that others can, you know, just as feasibly make just as good of a game. People are making plenty of games out there that are similar enough to this, that I'm sure that hole will be filled just nicely, but nothing can ever fill the hole of a true soul, and he was one. And I think because of that now, I'm going to have to really take a closer look at some of the stuff he's done, because I never... God damn, dude! Like, I'm trying to talk about Toriyama here, and you're trying to flood my ass. Oh, he put up a shield. I never noticed that before. Don't forget me, builder. Okay, so that part's done. That's actually only like 20 minutes right there. 21, 22. Wait, are we playing the opening cutscene again? I'm not watching that again, dude. Seriously. Wait, I can't skip it? Oh dear me. It's not letting me skip it. Okay, I'll just meet you when it's over then. Oh man, where am I? Holy crap. That just kinda came out of nowhere. Can I stand? Yes, I can. Well, thank goodness for that. I awaken on a sandy shore. It seems I've washed up on a desert island, along with the wreckage of the skeleton's ship. Decide to take a look around, see what we can see. And there it is, they just drop you off. No big, huge cutscene like, oh, you are the chosen one. I mean, that kind of comes later, but anyway. At least we can run. At least we grab a chest. Chest? Heard a voice. There's nothing here. Whole place is deserted. Where is this place anyway? How'd I even get here? Uh-oh. The voice seems to be coming from the other side of the rocky outcrop. I might be able to dig through the sand to get to the other side. Why would I want to do that when I can just do this? So we got a couple of kelp here, but if you also, like, you still have your stick, I guess you do still have it. I thought you lost it in the shipwreck. Well, that's nice. So you can destroy plants right here to go ahead and get a little bit more food if you want. But I guess the chest is just trying to clue you in and remind you that you are going to have to do this. You know, keep track of your hunger meter. So it's funny, it started us at 50 when we were at 0 on the ship, but okay. And I guess maybe I'd swallowed some seawater and that filled me up for a while. Isle of Awakening. This here. Okay, so, in the first game, it was basically 4 chapters. You open chapter 1, you start chapter 1, you finish chapter 1 is done, son. Well, in this game, you have kind of a hub island, which is what we're looking at right now. And you will occasionally, I say occasionally because you do spend quite a bit of time here, you'll occasionally go out and experience the chapters on other islands besides this one, which is kind of a spoiler, but if you didn't know you were going to be going somewhere besides this island, then you must have thought this was about to be an extremely boring game, let me tell you. So anyway, well, hey there, how's it going? Finally a live one. Say, you wouldn't happen to know how we wound up here, would you? I had no idea. You were on a ship that sank, and then you woke up on this beach. So how come you didn't cark it too? What's your story? Your name's NCS and you're an apprentice builder. Well, shoot. Who am I then? Huh. Anyway, my name's Malroth. Say what? You have the same name as what appeared to be the final boss of the game. Well, that's bad. Plus it has Mal in it, which, you know, I mean, if you're talking about Steven and Mal, that might be one thing, but usually that's a prefix that means, like, bad. I think it's even Spanish for bad. Anyway, if you want to see something really grim, follow me. No, you follow me. Yeah, right. Now that's what I call dead in the water, but you never seen anything like this before. Well, crap. So the other people who are in the cage with that girl, I think this is them. Jeez. Cough, splutter. This game goes to some pretty dark places sometimes. It's, I would say, like, visually it looks lighter, and a lot of times plays and feels lighter than the first one, but in other ways, there are just times when it just slaps you across the face with this stuff about death, and it's just like, damn. Ugh. Gasp. Hello, you seem to be okay. What you doing? Where am I? How'd I get here? I must have taken a bad step. You go on, Master. There's no sense in you risking your life on my account. I'm done for. Oh, she thinks we're pirates. Oh, God. And away she goes. Got a mouth on her, hasn't she? There's only one way to make sure she shuts up for good. Oh, oh, look at that. It's a partially built house. How do you like that? You can even open the door and everything. Get away from me, you villains! If you're going to take me captive, at least tell me where we are and how I got here. That's the problem is, even we don't know. We were on the ship and we sank, but she was on the ship too. We saw her in the cage next to us. Yeah. I was grinning because I'm happy all the time, because I'm so happy. We're gonna make things we need to survive while we wait for a rescue party. Oh, good luck with that. Haven't you seen Lost? You know how this goes. Just gotta find the smoke monster now. Oh, make a room. Well, that's gonna be the least of our problems, but we can do it. So a lot of times when you get quests in this game, it'll kind of give them to you multiples at a time. If you ever see this kind of screen here, this art style and all, which is really cute by the way, then those are like main story quests. And you basically have to do those to advance or finish the chapter or whatever. A lot of times they'll take a super long time, so you can look at them anytime you want. Usually I don't because it's kind of telling you the whole time anyway, like you should be doing this or whatever. Will you save me from the savagery? No! Pardon? I couldn't hear you for the waves crashing on the shore. I'll ask again. Okay. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. It's okay, man. Just let me take the reins here. We'll be fine. You just gotta be careful. Okay, so R2. That girl really gives me the hump. You wish. Jeez, don't let her boss you around, okay? You're a builder at the end of the day, not her lackey. Yeah, whatever. I know she's stranded here too, but that doesn't mean you have to help her. Wow. Kind of a dick here. No wonder you have the same name as the final boss. Okay, whatever he said there was pretty funny, I'm pretty sure. Sorry I didn't read it, much less pay attention to it. I was too busy burping and hiccuping, apparently. Anyway, we use our gloves here and place these blocks. So one thing I noticed about this game is sometimes when you pick up a block, it doesn't disappear as you pick it up. It's like still there until it's all the way up in your hands. That always bothered me. It's just a really small little visual thing, just like a polish thing. But I'm surprised they never went back and fixed that, because I know they can do that these days, but yeah. So that, it's surprising how much a little thing like that can kind of, I don't want to say ruin, because it doesn't do that. But it is a thing, though. I mean, you get used to it, but still, it's just a thing. So we made a room. I mean, that's pretty much standard fare for a Dragon Quest game. That's how you do it. Pretty satisfied with a new room. Yeah, I'd be satisfied with it too. Just look at those floors. Is that something I can do, or depends on who you ask? Because if you ask me, the answer is no. Yay! But he's going to say yeah, because he's a good person. We need to build a bonfire. Problem is, we don't have the ingredients for that. You just invented bonfires, and now you can build one if you have enough materials. All you need to do is put some wood, oil, and... Wait, maybe we do have that, actually. Because, I mean, well, okay, it's just going to give it to me. I thought I was going to have to go out and grind for this, but yeah. Alright then. So on to the workbench, which you can approach from any angle. Pretty sure that was the case in the first game, too. So we're lacking wood, huh? Well, maybe just take a quick walk out to the beach here and find something that looks like a barrel and hit it. We got 2 wood. Some driftwood right there, and there you go. Oh, I'm going to have to get used to using circle to jump here. That's going to be fun. Anyway, bonfire, build, collect, door, and bonfire. There you go. What's that you made? It's hot as heck. It spits and crackles. It must be a bonfire. But are you sure you know what you're doing with that? You know you're not supposed to play with fire, right? Oh, jeez. Now we have to make food on it. Oh, great. Well, you can put kelp on it, but I don't think that's what she wants. I'll put it there now, just because, you know, what else are we doing right now anyway? What is this blue thing over here? I don't... Oh, that's... Oh my god, that's a person. Wait, is that supposed to... Oh, it's a slime! Oh no! Oh, man. Jeez, we're like part 1 of the LP and a slime has already died. Oh, people must... No wonder nobody plays this game. I'm just kidding. Alright, anyway. When you're out gathering supplies, Malroth will automatically help you out and gather them for you. He'll basically hit whatever the last thing is that you hit. So if you hit a tree, he'll go around and hit trees. I don't think I need to explain that any further. But, yeah. Anyway, he doesn't remember much about his past, which is sus, but also understandable. It's coming off of a shipwreck. There's a lot of things people might not remember. Anyway, you got a scallywag. Is that what they said those were? No, scallywinkles, okay. Scallywag. Anyway, since that's the last thing I hit, now he's gonna hit that one. Or maybe not. Maybe because we had a text box, it reset his AI or something. I don't know. Yeah. Like, even if it's not the same thing, but it yields the same material, he'll hit it anyway, so... If I hit the wood here, like the barrel, just, okay, then he'll hit the driftwood, like that. And he'll hit that over there. And that over there. You don't have to do anything. You can just let the game play itself, I tell you. Grab this over here. And I'm gonna... Oops, I'm trying to run like in Tears of the Kingdom here. I guess we could get sand, too. We don't really need it for much of anything, but at least we're not doing that silly-ass hammer motion. Oh, we need this, too. We're gonna need a bunch of this. Because we're gonna need to make beds, and we're gonna need 3 for each bed. So, 9 total? Unless somebody else shows up. I always like to make more beds than I need in this game, because, good lord. One thing you'll find out about this game, one of the biggest differences between it and the first game, is that you're going to have a lot of villagers. And where in the first game, you, like, their weapons automatically upgraded, I need to be running here. Their weapons automatically upgraded in the first game when you got the new type of hammer, they just automatically equipped with it, and you didn't have to do anything else. Well, in this game, you get to give the villagers their own weapons, each individually. Like, one by one. You actually have to make each individual weapon and hand it to them. So, I actually find that to be pretty interesting. It's a little more work, but it feels worth it because it feels like you're actually putting together an army and actually doing the work to help keep the town safe, you know what I mean? So I made a crispy kelp. She's not gonna be happy with that. She's just dancing. Wow, she dancing, I tell you. So we'll put the scallywag on now. Careful, Lindsay. Yes, the scallywinkle just fell in the fire. Oh, damn it. One other thing you might have noticed was the blue slime actually dropped oil. In the first game, they dropped blue goo, and you had to find an orange slime to get oil. No, in this game, all slimes drop oil, so you're good. We don't really have the recipe for the thing we need next yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this finish up and collect. That aroma. Oh my gosh. Of course you would know what that smells like. I don't know how, because you seem to have been living in a mansion all your life. But okay. The scent of the seaside combines perfectly with the gravelly crunch of the sand grains. Simply irresistible. Oh, God. Is she saying what I think she's saying? That had sand on it when she ate it? Jeez, okay. Alright. To each his own. Or in this case, her own. Oh, how rude of me. I just realized I never asked your names. Okay, you're being polite suddenly here. NCS and Malroth, you say. I know you're a builder, but what do you do, Malroth? Well, actually, I don't know what I do. I'm just some person who has the same name as the final boss of the game. Isn't that awesome? I must be really strong. I guess the future will tell whether or not I actually am. Okay, yeah, straw betting. That did sound like a good idea. Fortunately, we grabbed some while we were out there, so we skipped that step. You won't be able to skip as much around. Like in the first game, I remember I did a lot of gathering and stuff, so that way I can just kind of complete a bunch of quests at one time. And in this game, you can do that to some extent, but maybe not to the same game-breaking extent as you could before. So 3 piles of straw bedding here should be all we need. And now it's just a matter of placing them. Of course, one of my favorite things about these games is that the quest is to put down 3 beds, but the game leaves it up to you where to actually place them. So you could be creative. Like, I didn't want to put it there. That only takes 1 hit to kill, apparently. Put 1 there, and then just put 1 over here for you. There we go. This is wonderful. You made a bed for me and for a couple of yourselves, too. Taking a nap during the day will help to recharge our energies, and after the sun goes down, we'll be able to while away the dark and dangerous night in Dreamland. Oh. Oh, jeez. When the children of Hardon attacked my home, the parents were caught up in their fighting. Those Nigo monsters murdered them and... Well, jeez. Oh. Hopefully you weren't there to see it. God damn, dude. Oh, Papa, Mama, I may be marooned on a desert island with these 2 lumbering lummoxes, but I shall survive. There's no shortage of alliteration in these games either. It's always hilarious. So there we go. Built some beds. Yeah. And that's all 3 of them. That's all 3 of the main story quests, so hello. Let's see now. You've repaired the room, sorted out my sleeping arrangements, made me supper. I do believe that's everything. Yeah. Well, get used to it, or don't get used to it, because I ain't gonna be here pretty soon. Yeah. As for you, Malroth, this could be the perfect opportunity to absorb a little culture, and maybe even some manners. This is what I mean, like, it's worth it to read the text boxes if you get a chance, like if you play the game yourself. But in the interest of trying to not waste too much time, I'll be probably skipping most of it, which I kind of hate. That's the thing I'm hemming and hawing most about in Fantasy Life is a similar thing, because that game has more text than almost any game I think I've ever played. And there's some cutscenes that just go on for, like, miles. Like, I'm talking, like, 15-minute cutscenes just to explain, like, a really small thing. But, wait, we're not done for the day just yet? And this is what happens when you don't pay attention. We let me have a crack on the workbench. Yeah, come here. Go for it. I've been watching you make stuff all day, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly what to do. Alright, let's give it a try, then. Yeah, that looks right so far. No, that's not right. Ah, shoot. So try it again. There we go, bring that steel hammer in. Put your back into it, come on! No. Alright, you asked for it. Oh, man. Let's go for a 3rd try. Doing that crazy hand motion that guy did to his granddaughter. In Chapter 2, I mean, of the first game. Why can't I make things? This is so stupid. I should be able to do it. Well, I guess I'll be relying on you to build things for here on out. Okay. And seeing as you made all that stuff for Lulu, I think it's about time you even things out and made something for me. I mean, it's only fair, I suppose. It's a good thing I just happen to learn these recipes right when I need them. So there are weapons in this game that can only be used by Malroth, as you see there. And so you'll definitely want to make sure if you see one of those, like, come up, or if you learn one of those recipes, make it as soon as you can, and give it to him. Because, as predictable as this may sound, he is actually your strongest fighter. So, give it here. And it's really simple, you just give to Malroth. This is how you give a weapon to any of your villagers. You just go up to them, have your thing on the weapon down here, and press X. That was not X. Wait, was it? That was square. Okay. Well, maybe I said the wrong thing, I don't know. Now see, that's what you do best right there, is to keep practicing that, and you'll be good. Oh, I like it. No, I love it. Squishing slimes would be so much more satisfying now. I mean, I don't know if the alliteration there was intentional, but man, sounds pretty good. It's like 4 S words in a row. Can you feel that? What can I feel? Some kind of evil aura. Must be coming from a monster, but whatever it is, it's way more dangerous than those scrawny little slimes. This could be a good chance for you to learn a thing or two about how to fight. Ah, fighting, yes, okay. Your destination. Alright, let's just follow the handy-dandy quest marker here. So, in Breath of the Wild, or rather Tears of the Kingdom, you use B to run. In this game, you use R1 to run. In Persona 3 Reload, which I'm also playing, you use R2 to run. So I keep getting confused about where my run button is, I gotta tell you. And I haven't played this in a while. I know I was talking about like doing research on it and stuff, and I was in that process for a while, and then I kind of got burnt out. Now it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since the last time I've looked up anything. But I got to a point where I realized that I think it's actually, it would be less work for me to just look this stuff up as I go, rather than to sit here and try to memorize it all, like memorize all the room recipes and everything. So I know some of them, but like for the most part, I'm not gonna spend all the time doing that because that's gonna take too long. In my memory, sure as heck isn't what it was once before. Memorizing stuff gets harder as you get older. This is one of the biggest, like if I'm being honest, that's the biggest difference I feel in my age than anything else. Like physically, I still, yeah, I get tired, yeah, but I always felt tired. Even when I was in my 20s, I was quote-unquote tired all the time. Said that in my journal once. Anyway, well, so let's head back to the hut then. Uh-oh, what's going on? I'm glad I met you. What you do say we explore the whole island together, just you and me? Let's do it tomorrow. I'm about to conk out any second now. You're about to be conker. But instead, I went and conked out and ate lunch because I couldn't resist the temptation. Spent $1.25 of my money. Anyway. Yeah, so also Tears of the Kingdom X is jump. In this game it's A, or on PS controller it's O. And then in Persona 5, or Persona 3, I don't even remember. I don't think you can jump in that game. Anyway, let's get some sleep, shall we? I'd take the single bed over here. I thought she was going to take that bed so she could be as far away from us as possible. But I guess not. It'd be hilarious if somewhere deep down in the darkest recesses of game development, they actually did program her AI to sleep in the bed that's farthest away from the others. Anyway, well, good morning, you two. I hope you slept soundly, because our new life as castaways begins today. Aw. But what? What's going on? Oh no, your scallywankle disappeared. Oh, so, you want me to help you find that? What are you wittering on about? I haven't touched your manky half-munch mollusk? But they spelled it with a C, so it didn't look like the word at all. Maybe it is spelled with a C in some places, I don't know. Uh-oh. Here's the culprit. That monster must be the one who snapped my scallywinkle. One other reason that I might give as a justification for skipping the text is just how difficult it is to read it out loud. So with some of the accents and everything, man, I'll tell you what. Well, gee, you just clear away that mountain. Whatever this guy's power is, I want it. Just took down the whole cliff, and there are those steps. Looks like he wants us to follow, okay. So now we have a fourth character already. It's already getting too complicated for my tiny little head to follow. Second thoughts, maybe you'd be able to tell us something about this island. I mean, I would do it. I'd follow Jacob if I could. So we come up the stairs here. Oh, we have to jump these. I thought these were like stairs you could just run up. My bad. Whee! Oh, man. Now, this is some of the strangest looking sky I've ever seen. Basically anywhere. There's a lot of different colors that you can pull off to make the sky. And I guess this is close enough to blue that it's not too terribly weird. But there's like this fog going on too, and it's really disorienting. Like, look at this, man. Well, okay, maybe it's not that bad. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, I just mean it's very disorienting. We need cord here, so I'm gonna grab this. Guess I'll grab some more of this too while I'm here. You never know when you're gonna need more crap. So you're gonna need stone too, but I don't think we can hit that yet because we don't have a powerful enough weapon. We'll need to do something about that. So basically here, just kind of follow the torches. Bloop, they'll light up as you get close to them. Keep running my stamina out because I keep forgetting it's there. Yeah, man, it fills back up pretty fast though. Whoop. Ah. There he is. This way, kitty, wing. Okay, so this guy has a habit of, like, repeating the first syllable of every word 3 times. And even reading it is annoying, so I don't even want to think about how hard it's going to be to actually say it if I decide I want to do that on a certain... Whoops, there we go. Pressing the wrong button again. Pressing Tears of the Kingdom jump. Can't be doing that. As you level up in this game, your stamina bar will get longer. So I didn't mention this either, but there is actually leveling up in this game. There wasn't in the first game. You could level up your town, but not yourself. So in this game, you level up, you actually get stronger. And every time you do, sometimes you actually learn other recipes to go with it. I don't need to keep gathering this cord, we're fine. Oh wow, okay, this looks important. Whoa! Whoa is right. Whoa is me. Oh boy, now you can really see that green filter though. What's a place like this doing on a desert island? Sorry about that cut there, it's just... Come on, NCS, the Hammerhood's just up ahead. Let's make it spill the beans and all the island's secrets. What was I saying though? Yeah, you level up in this game, but it takes time. So, like, a lot of times in the first game, if I wasn't grinding out materials, I was kind of avoiding battle. And in this game, you might not want to necessarily do that. Another thing that's interesting about this game, and I'm just skipping right over all the dialogue here, he's just telling us, you know, about what we're going to become and what we're going to do, and that's all just going to happen anyway, so what's the difference, really? Hammers in this game don't do much damage to monsters at all. Most of the time, they really separated the sword and the hammer in this game. So basically, most of your fighting, like 95% of it, will be done with the sword, because the hammer just doesn't do crap. There are certain monsters that are made of stone that it does do a lot of damage to, and it'll definitely tell you that, in a manner of speaking, when you get to that point. And then you'll just occasionally see those monsters from then on out. But that's not until, like, probably part 30 at least, I'm thinking. So it intimidates me just even saying the words part 30. I don't know, it might not be that long, but... Oh, close that. So they're gonna give us the... What is it? The supplies here to get the stuff we need to build this thing that he's telling us to build. So this is the same as the first game. The blueprint system, where you basically, if you stand inside the blueprint, you can kind of see what all you need. Fortunately, I kind of already know, so we're just gonna do this. So, like, when you're building stuff, if you, it's hard to explain this, but if you put the block down, and then just after that, move to the side, right after you put the block down, you can just put one block down at a time. Otherwise, you're gonna do this. 2 at a time. And, well, I gotta tell you, that's not ideal. Uh-oh, can't move that. We're gonna have to use our gloves, okay. So otherwise, the way I used to do it was just like this, 1 at a time, then step away to get realigned, and then put down 1 more. So yeah, if you put a block in the wrong spot, that's why the gloves are there. So there you go. And now we need to put the braziers down, which is very simple. 1 in the center of each platform here. I noticed that one wasn't lit, but it seems like the other ones aren't either, so I guess it doesn't matter. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, I love that. They give each other a high five every time they finish one of these missions. A blueprint or a group of monsters gets defeated, they high five. You beat a boss, they high five. It's so cool. It just appeals to that inner 90s kid, you know? That I think to some extent exists in all of us that are, let's say, 30 plus. Luckiness doesn't matter to me. Ho ho ho! You did it! You finished repairing the temple! Like I said, quick as a flash. So, I don't know... Oh, wow. Okay, the lighting seriously changed there just now. I can't move the camera right now, though, so I can't really tell. And what do we got? Oh, we got a hammer! Nice! I was waiting for this. Bash blocks to bits with big, hard hits. Silly old hammer. I thought you were going to give me back my breakfast! That's Giant Mallet. He just totally ignores her. Oh my god, I love it. She doesn't seem to mind, though, so whatever. Oh, you're giving me the island? Wait a minute. Because I'm giving it to you. Really? I can't go on like this. Who's going to take care of the Oompa Loompas? It's going to be up to you. Oh yeah, here we go. This world is once home to the legendary builder. They came to this island, the Isle of Awakening, and sought to turn it into their very own piece of paradise. I see they didn't get very far. Anyway. Boy, more of that great music, though. I do love this song. At first, I wasn't sure. The first time I played the game, oh, this is like a totally different area. It is on the same island, but yeah, that's like the second area. And then we have this snowy area in the northwest. That'll be our third area. Yep, that's it. Oh, they're not showing the place where you actually build on that area, though. Because you can build basically anywhere on the island, but usually it'll direct you to a specific spot and say start here. And then it's kind of up to you if you want to build out from there, or if you just want to stop and go do the main story or whatever. Usually I just go straight to the main story. But you can, if you want, you can just do anything you want on this island. It's a free-for-all, it's a playground, it's a sandbox, and it's very fun. Now, if only we had that paraglider, it would be even better. So, yes, I'll take the island, absolutely. What was I going to do, say no, and be stuck on an island that I don't own? Well, that would be so much worse. I love when they look in opposite directions like that. They did really good with the limitations that they had to give the characters that kind of body language where they look away from each other like that, even though they're facing each other. They could have just had them turn their entire character, but then it would have been like, well, then it would have been obvious that, oh, that they're trying to make them look like they're angry at each other. But when they turn just their heads, it's like, oh, okay. Then I actually believe it when I see it. Anyway, now we have the hammer, and the hammer is set to R2, so the hammer and the sword are on completely different buttons now. Whereas before, they were the same, and you had to switch between them. So you can also, like, move to the side as you're swinging. So if you need to kind of just move around and figure out what you're doing. When you inspect this, call it a treasure, it looks just like a tatty old notice board. This is not going to be too terribly important, at least for now. This is just for, like, online stuff. You connect to the network. You can see other people's islands. You can go to them if you have the code. And, yeah, like right here, I don't know how often people still post to this thing. This one says April 3rd. That's the day that I'm recording this. Actually, no, I'm recording this on April 2nd. So this building is from the future, whatever this is. Jeez, it's probably from a different country. I don't really know where the cutoff point is for the day ending and then starting over. Because that would have to mean that somewhere in the world there's two time zones that are next to each other that are 23 hours apart. And that just blows my mind. Like, what if you had to work on the other side of that time zone? What would you do? How does that work? I don't know. I'm sure there's a page about that somewhere out there. Oh, so how do you like your new notice board? It's quite the snapper's paradise, isn't it? I just did it. I just read it, and I didn't have any trouble whatsoever. I'm amazing. Okay. Well, yeah, the notice board is cool. I may do that later, but I can't promise anything. So I know it's technically just an LP of the main story, but I really wouldn't mind doing some of the multiplayer stuff. The thing is just finding other people to do it with, which I guess probably wouldn't be an issue for someone like me. I think I remember seeing Yoshiller play it a little bit, so maybe he would be into the idea. But I'd have to see. It's lonely rattling around on this big old island all by yourself. Now I get to rattle around with 3 other people. You're just winging this, aren't you? Malroth always with the truth bombs, let me tell you. It's always the evil people that know the most about the truth. Isn't that strange? Maybe it's because they turn out to not be evil at the end. But you just think they are. Until you find out everything. Stop doing that, Tim. You got a funny feeling that we'll all come back right back to the... I just gotta go take a dump. That's what I need to do. So at this point now, like, you can basically do whatever you want, but the game is pretty much trying to tell you, whoops. I was trying to use B to run there, my bad. B is actually now the weapon to switch or the button to switch your weapon here. Hammer, gloves, whatever you want. I'm actually holding B down to bring up this menu. So, but if you want to just switch it, like on the fly, just tap B and it just switches on its own. That is hard to get used to, considering the B is usually, like, the action icon button. It's what you use to do everything. You use it to talk to people, you know, you use it to do almost everything. So, it's funny I say talk to people, I give one example, and then I'm like, yeah, this button does everything. But yeah, it does take a little getting used to, because a lot of times you'll be trying to switch your weapon, and you just end up talking to somebody because you have so many villagers that you're surrounded by them all the time. I guess the good news is, though, that if you have one villager that has a quest and you're trying to talk to that specific villager, it will usually talk to the one that has the quest automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. So that really was a good move on their part, because that would have been really frustrating if they didn't make that a thing. So yeah, it's a kingdom of Lulutopia. I think most people call this place Lulutopia just canonically, because it is kind of her island, and it might as well be because we're about to leave, in case you couldn't tell. So she's going to stick around and just take care of things. But she's going to get lonely, there's not going to be anybody here. That's the whole point, though. We're going to this other island to gather people up to bring back with us, so we can start to make a real village. And there's so much to it, though, because when you do get them back here, you get to choose which areas they stay in, and you know which areas of the Island of Awakening they stay in, and all that stuff. So we come over here to Furrowfield. There is no cost for unlocking this island. There are other islands that will spawn that do cost something, but obviously we haven't seen that yet, so I just won't bother with it. But I must warn you, this vessel ain't built for chug and charge. I'm just gonna fart every time fart with my mouth, every time I mess up on a line. NCS Malroth, you've decided to go to this new island then. Yup, we're not sticking around here any longer with your stupid ass. What did you say? What the? I thought you'd leave all the hard work to us, did you? Let's get on board. Wait, oh no, he's actually trying to get her to come with us. After what happened on Hard-On Slave Ship, I don't think I'm ever going to get a Hard-On again. But don't let that stop you from exploring this Furrowfield place. I'll be fine here. I'm tougher than I look, I'll have you know. Okay. Yeah, we know girls don't mess around in Dragon Quest games, let me tell you. Jessica, good lord. Oh. Anyway, enough about that. Alright, let's roll. We found up all these. That's Dragon Quest VIII's girl, by the way. If you haven't played Dragon Quest VIII, it's a really good game. I still haven't finished it. I have like a list of about 20 games that I've gotten 3/4 of the way through and just never finished. Persona 3 Reload isn't actually looking like it has a good chance at being one of those, and I worry about that, because I feel like I'm really close to the end. But ever since I fought the so-so final boss, and got my first, basically picked who I'm dating, now it's like I've kind of lost interest a little bit, so I hope that's not like permanent. So the Lord of Destruction has befriended a builder. So the Lord of Destruction has befriended a builder. So the Lord of Destruction has befriended a builder. So the Lord of Destruction has befriended a builder. So I had to read that 4 times before it advanced. Destiny moves in mysterious ways. Neither men nor monsters can escape its influence. Let me try that again. Destiny moves in mysterious ways. Neither men nor monsters can escape its influence. One more time. Destiny moves in mysterious... Okay, we got 2.5 times through that one. But yeah, see what I mean? This text, and you cannot advance this. You just have to sit and wait for it. And yeah, there is not one person in the world who loves this. I should know, because I am everybody. And I speak for everybody on the internet too, because I know Okay, alright. Shouldn't kid around about that. It's not actually true, but I guess you knew that, but I shouldn't pretend to be kidding around when I actually am kidding around. But anyway, yeah, like seriously, oh my god, let me go. Oh, not another one. Oh, that's another 20 seconds we're going to be sitting here. What am I going to say for these 20 seconds? I'm not going to sit here and read this 5 times in a row. No, sir. Like, if I actually read it fast, I could probably read them each 10 times in a row. You know how fast I can talk. You've heard me do it. It's ridiculous, man. Okay, well, it was at 16 seconds, right? Now it's at 36, so that's... Okay. So it's about 20 seconds. I do like the small detail of how it says sailing instead of loading down there. I love small details in games. I will never not do that. I will never not appreciate that, I guess I should say. Oh man, Furrowfield, we're here, the land of verdant vegetation. You can already tell by the description this place is going to look a little nicer than where we just were. But I gotta tell you one other thing. We are now 1 hour into this recording. Now, barring anything that I cut out, like that second occurrence of the opening cutscene, here we are at last. That hairy hermit's got a nerve, sending us all the way out here on a boat like this. The way it was listing from side to side, I'm amazed we made it here at all. Sometimes I'm amazed we're in as good condition as we are. Anyway, yeah. So he's heading out for a bit. He's just gonna leave us here. Literally. So we will not be able to leave this island until we finish the story here. Wait, is that true? Hang on, let me see something. Back in time. Okay, so there is a point. I don't remember if it's in every chapter, but there will be times when you won't be able to leave because you're in story mode. And that's where we are right now. So we can't leave now. We have to do whatever it is we gotta do here. And that, I believe, is where we will start next time. This is the map, by the way. This is the same as in the first game. Yeah, oh boy, that looks a little ugly up there, but I guess we'll deal with that tomorrow, or whenever the next video is. Thank you for watching, by the way, and leave a like if you don't mind, because it definitely helps me with the algorithm. The algorithm has been very, unpredictable lately, but then what else is new there? So, yeah, thank you so much, and goodbye, for real this time.